So it looks like the KSI event over in the UK sold more than 400,000 pay-per-view buys, around 445,000 pay-per-view buys. Yeah, to those who don't know, KSI came back to boxing after, I think, what, more than 2 years of not boxing, and he fought twice. First fight was against Swarmz, which opened up the event, and the one that closed up the event was a fight against a quote unquote pro boxer in Pineda. He wasn't really much of he wasn't really much of a threat to KSI. KSI beat them easily, both Swarmz and Pineda, pretty easily. The card also consists of a bunch of other YouTubers and social media influencers from the US and UK, like Deji, KSI's younger brother. Slim was in the undercard. King Kenny was in the undercard. Salt Poppy was in the undercard. It was a pretty entertaining card, if you ask me. I watched it. I actually did not buy it. It was on pay-per-view here in the States, but for whatever reason, it was just playing on my DAZN account. I don't know why. I asked my cousin who has access to my account if he bought it. He did not buy it, so I don't know who bought it. I don't know, somebody bought it. I mean, I didn't get any email saying that I bought it, so yeah, I don't know. It was free for me for some reason, but it was like $10 here in the States, I think, and I don't know how much it was in the UK, but yeah, it sold around 445,000 pay-per-view buys, at least according to Garrett Davis. Gary Davis writes for TalkSport. He works for a bunch of people. He works for TalkSport, DAZN, William Hill, Telegraph Sport, Ring Magazine. He does a bunch of other boxing stuff. Works for different websites and outlets. But yeah, 445,000 pay-per-view buys, and to my understanding, that includes everywhere for all the pay-per-view numbers for across the world, UK, US, and wherever else it was on pay-per-view. I'm looking at the comments, and I'm seeing how much it was in the UK. They don't really say. They don't really say here like how much, because it was $10 here in the US for sure. So if it's $10 in the US, it would be like $4.5 million that they made. Interesting. Apparently, it was in Canada. It was pay-per-view in Canada also, according to Everything Boxing. Shout out to Everything Boxing. So yeah, so US, Canada, UK, and Ireland were subscription plus pay-per-view. So you needed to be subscribed and the pay-per-view for US, Canada, UK, Ireland. Interesting. But 445,000 pay-per-view buys ain't bad. But for a $10 event, that's I don't know how much money they made, but that's still a good number. That's a good number. Not gonna lie, that's a good number. A lot of people hate on these YouTubers events. A lot of people don't like it. A lot of people think it's dumb. A lot of people think it's a waste of money and a waste of time, and that it shouldn't be getting this much attention. But honestly, it brings people's attention to the sport. If it can bring one person to the sport and more involved in the sport of boxing, not just as a YouTube boxing, but the sport overall, and get to follow more boxers, then I'm all for it. If it helps grow the sport, I'm all for it. So I mean, people got to start somewhere, right? People got to start paying attention to the sport from somewhere, whether it's one boxer or a YouTube boxer. So it's got to start somewhere, and if these people can bring more eyes to the sport of boxing, I'm all for it, to be honest. So anyway, let me know what you guys think. Let me know your thoughts. You guys think that's a good number, 445,000 pay-per-view buys? Let me know your thoughts in the comments. Thanks for listening and watching. And like always, have a great day. All right, thanks.